That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
And we'll see if they can recoup and recover. The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the third quarter. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the Pack up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here we go. Watch tight. Tight ends right.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Grady Jarrett on the stop. 4 yards on the pickup.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Slant to Adams. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 43. Rodgers finding Adams for a Packer first. They'll run on first down. Jones, not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's tackled at
They certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
46 to Mike.
Throwing is Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Falcons 35, Packers 7. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick
So
off.
they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest. I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Green Bay, Wisconsin is the spot. 3rd quarter inside Lambeau. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rodgers. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Green Bay Packer.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez Scantling. And the ball is knocked out, and the Falcons grab it. This is going to be brought back. It's a scoop and score for the Falcon TD.
Touchdown, Atlanta.
And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Coup for the extra point.
For the point after.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
Makes the score Falcons 42, Packers 7. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one fielded at the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Rodgers again now. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 7 yards there and a first down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
That's complete to Lazard. And the Packers are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Packers are able to cash in for 6. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
So now Rodgers will lead the Packers up to go for 2. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run it, let your linemen surge, and fire out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And Jones has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. Now this throw caught left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. On 1st down, Smith. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this fourth quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off the game.
And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 15-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 20. And into the end zone. It's a pick-6 and a Packer touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as he'll go for 2. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
Falcons 42, Packers 21. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
5-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And that pick-6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession fourth quarter lead. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick-6. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 58 yards.
First down, Falcons.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Ryan. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts.
Second down.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. To try again after the sack. Ryan. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And the Falcons are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Brings up second and goal.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Here we go now with Smith. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown.
Touchdown.
Taking it in from a yard out. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
They'll try and run it here. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for
now
the
following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Packers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Let's just be frank, they're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defenses always talk about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula that I need. And I got to tell you, I love it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
It happens more often than you might think.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46. And again, it's Rodgers. This one complete to Tanyan underneath. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. He sets up the screen to Jones. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 37. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
The 8-yard line.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Coup now for the point after.
For the point after.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Falcons 57, Packers 21. Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now following the touchdown, Hoffrichter to kick off. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down. And did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving.